Hello and welcome. Today we're doing something a bit different, but going back to the roots of what I used to do, which is react to stuff. I know it's better when I actually have, a webcam and all that stuff, but unfortunately for you guys, I don't have one. I'm poor, I'm broke, I can't afford it. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and react. So what we're going to do with these, let me make sure that it's working first off because it's blank. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're reacting to a league I used to be in for these 2K games. If you know anything about leagues, they are basically, and there are two different versions of them, but they're essentially group ups, or what's the best way to put it? A union of certain players, a group of players that have competitive matches or simulated matches for championships, storylines, things like that. It's essentially how these WWE games stay alive so long with the multiplayer aspect of it, right? And the split between them are competitive leagues and simulation leagues. Simulation leagues are the ones that are more like booked, predetermined. What you're doing usually is what you'd see in wrestling, where you're going to have a determined ending. Everything else in between is worked out between the wrestlers or players in this case. Competitive is where you are trying to win. Everything is based on the player themselves. It's where you'll have people competing for championships and people actually earn their shots at championships and so forth by being the best in that league. Right. With that said, let's talk about NXF. NXF is a company I used to be in, a league I used to be in. And back in 2K19, I was undefeated the whole entire time I stayed there. I was their champion. I went through from the bottom, got their US championship, won all their other belts, tag team belts, defended for a while, then won the world title and stayed their champion for over a year, probably 2 years. I don't remember exactly how long. It was a very long time, and it rubbed people the wrong way because NXF was a competitive league, but the owner and several of the people within that company did not like that they were not as good as they thought they were. So all the storylines they had in their heads of being a world champion and US champion and all these other things, right? They never got a chance to have that opportunity because me, my friends, several people within the league were too good. And because we were too good, the owner and several of the people, including the people that you see on screen right now, well, okay, this actually is embarrassing, so I'm not going to worry about this, but some of the people you're going to see in these videos are the same people that couldn't get far enough in the league, so they had to essentially run through, make up lies, slander, and pick up drama in order to get everyone one by one kicked out that they could not beat. Yes, there are politics within community games like this. In leagues, competitive or simulation, there are politics. The difference usually is in competitive leagues, politics don't stop you from doing what you need to do. Because if you're good enough, what can they do? They'll book you in a match, you win, you're going to eventually get where you need to be, right? The only thing that they can do is hold you back from being able to go for the championship. That's competitive league. In simulation, obviously politics play a factor because in order to get a win, you have to be liked by the booker. these people basically turned what was a competitive league into a simulation league. But they still mask it as a competitive league, which is why they're dying. And that is right there why we are responding, reacting, and watching some of their matches recently. Because these are the same people that go around talking about me, saying that I'm an arrogant piece of shit who apparently got biased booking, and that was why I was undefeated and champion for so long, because I never defended my championship, is what they're trying to say. Even though I defeated everybody, literally everybody in the league multiple times for my championship, because I know how to defend it. I know how to win. So let's react to some of these. I might skip this one ahead of it because it seems like he's doing a pay-per-view with a bunch of bots. Bots. A competitive league using bots. A competitive league using bots. Wow. Let's begin. I'm going to skip through this for sure. I am not watching this whole thing.
RKO in the RKO family. The night is
Can
the
at least
night.
admit they
We'll
have
finish
fun.
this.
At least try to have fun, right?
Gentlemen, I
Ladies
think a
and
fight's
gentlemen,
about to break out.
welcome to
Turning it down, hold on.
Extreme Mania 4. And
'Cause
we're
he's loud for
starting
me.
off the night with the triple threat Iron Man Gladiator Pit of Skull Island. And here comes the man himself, the Skull King. This man, this is the man that started the RKO family. He is the man that his wife is watching backstage. This man months ago was Wake Up and attacked Evan RKO at Battle Zoom and started this off. And then it led to the next pay-per-view of Retribution, NXF Retribution. They were gonna fight, but it ended in a disqualification. And these men were going back.
Alright, this is cringe. This is cringe. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and skip a lot of these. And I'm gonna turn them down. This guy's cringe as hell. Essentially, what he's trying to do, he's trying to build a story in a competitive league against himself. This is all essentially just a competitive league. I explained what a competitive league is, and he's making a storyline with himself. This guy especially was one of the people who were very outspoken about getting me kicked out of the league multiple times, actually, when I was first coming in and when I finally did leave. He was always against me, trying to get me kicked out. And the reason being is because he couldn't beat me. He didn't like that I was undefeated because no one would beat me. He didn't like how me and my friends were basically taking over the whole company, because we went from just joining and winning everything because I guess they never fought anybody that actually had any skill in a league before. And that made us, since we are so active within that league, we ended up getting power, quote unquote, where one of my friends became the booker. And again, it's a competitive league. You can't do bias booking. I'm already the champion. What are you going to do? Book me against wimps? You can't, because I face whoever wins their matches. Whoever wins the number one contendership faces me. How it should be in a competitive league. You win your shot at a championship, you face the champion, you win or lose, you move on. The next challenger comes up. That's how it goes. This guy didn't like that because every time he'd go out and say that he's great, every time he goes into a number one contenders match, he loses. So he never gets a shot at me. But I already beat him, so it didn't matter. But he's taken it so personally that he always tries his best to get me out of the league. Eventually it worked. Why? Because I was already leaving. I already said, screw this. I got bored. I got so bored that I didn't even want to play anymore. I got to the point where I didn't even enjoy wrestling games because this league was so damn boring. Because every time I fought somebody, it'd be the easiest match. I didn't have to put brain power into my matches. I'd strategize barely anything, and then I'd just beat the hell out of them. Essentially, every match started becoming like a Brock Lesnar match, where I just destroy them in like 5 minutes, and the match is over. The match just ends. I didn't like that. So I left. Or I told them I wanted to leave. I still had the championship. I was like, I'm vacating it. I don't want to be here. I don't have fun. I don't think y'all are worth facing. I just want to move on. And yes, the way I went about it was kind of dickish, but it was in character. Because they wanted storylines. They wanted storylines, so I straight up said, look, I've been on top of this mountain for so long, and no one's been able to reach the peak. And they got upset. So I just left. And while I was about to leave, I literally had the quit button ready up. Because they were trying to argue with me and try to curse me out and trying to insult me and all this. And I was about to respond. Then I get kicked. After I was already leaving. So I didn't say shit afterwards because I didn't care. I was like, okay, whatever. Y'all are going to talk shit behind my back, whatever. And then I hear about all the stuff they said because they didn't kick out other people. My friends were still in there. I heard everything they said, and they tried to make up lies and say, oh, he said this. Oh, he does this. He's not a wrestler in real life. Yes, I am. I've done professional wrestling since I was 15 years old. I'm 30 now. But they were like, he doesn't do this. He couldn't make it in the wrestling business if he acts like that. Ego is what gets you through the wrestling business. You have to have respect, discipline, and an ego. Because if you let people walk all over you, you ain't getting shit in the wrestling business. But these people don't know that. These people are fucking children. Some are adults, some are older than me, and they still act like fucking children. Because this league is a fucking joke. The reason I'm reacting to them is because I want to see what the hell they've been up to, because they love to go on Facebook and talk all this shit about me and other people, how they are better than everybody, that they're better than ever right now. But they're having bot matches. A triple threat bot match as a rivalry. Y'all are doing so well right now, NXF. So good. This is why I'm going to be skipping a lot of your match, Smash, because your commentary sucks. It's cringe, but also the story is so dumb. Like, why are you here? Why are you doing a bot match in a competitive league? That makes no sense. It's a competitive league, my dude.
And backstage, Ezra.
I'm just going to skip to the middle. Let's just see the ending. I don't want to talk about Smack anymore. I just want to finish this.
Okay, I want to go for a nice chop. He knows what he's doing with weapons.
You're having a bot match, dude. You're essentially having a WWE Universe match right now. It's not that important, not that special. Let's just see the ending. He's using weapons against bots, and he stands there. He's simulating with bots.
Comes back. RKO wins.
Opening a
But that
Shopify
was
store to deal with the
extremely
lemonade stand.
effective.
Exactly. That's dumb.
As you can see the highlights of the match.
Oh, the highlights. He
What
did
a
a pile
great
driver.
match.
What a great match.
Start off Extreme Mania 4.
God, you're so cringe, dude. Ah. Like, I appreciate when people are trying to do commentary. I get it. But you are doing commentary on a bot match, dude. A bot match. I get people do it. I get it. But you're doing a bot match for a pay-per-view that's supposed to be for a competitive league. People want to see competition in a competitive league, dude. It's not simulation unless you want to change the name right now to Simulation NXF. I'm done watching that. That's garbage. All right. I'm going to save this one for last because this one has the World Championship in it. And I really want to see that one special. Is this a bunch of bots too?
Title
This is
until
a
we got.
this is a bot match.
And I mean,
Nah, I'm done watching you. Smash. Y'all boring. Moving on. Hardcore Championship match at Meltdown. This is their quote-unquote weekly show. They lost access to the custom arena, it looks like. Smack's in this one too, playing CC Ross. Let's see how much simulation goes into this. Oh god. The match already got disconnected in a 1v1. But he's still gonna play.
You have to dig down deep to bust out something like that. Shows the hunger for a win here tonight.
So it's a bot game, basically.
He's getting a little battered now. If he can hold the line
6
here, he'll be in a good
minutes.
position.
No commentary. I'll watch the whole world title match. I'm not watching all of this, especially if it's a bot match right now. No thanks. I get it's 2K's fault. I can't blame them, but like, this is just sad. What would be hilarious, honestly, is if I see him lose the Hardcore Championship right here to a bot. That would be hilarious.
If he wants to stay in this. A cross-legged DDT. This looks like the setup to see ya. Thanks for coming. Pin.
Gas kick.
He stays alive. Arabian press.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Just see the ending, and then move on.
We continue to see incredible perseverance from these competitors.
Force stun in AI, so he can't reverse. The winner's already chosen. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on. So, this is supposed to be the World Championship match, right? Let me give you a little history on them. Aaron Ricker is the quote-unquote owner. The reason why he put us in charge when we joined in and we dominated their whole league, the reason he put us in charge, me and my friends and everything, is because he couldn't handle being in charge. He had very, I'm going to say he had severe social anxiety. Not making fun of it. I'm just saying that's the case. He was not able to talk to people. He couldn't punish anybody. There's more to it. There's a lot more to it. So I'm not gonna shit on him and say all this. He has anxiety, so he can't talk to people. So he wasn't a very good leader because he could not talk to people, enforce his rules, or do anything. Instead, what he liked to do is if someone breaks the rules, he just bans them unless there's people like me or someone else that's in management to talk to the person, Find out why they did it. See if they know what the rules are before we kick them. Because we want a fair league. We don't want to just kick everybody else we don't like or that break every little rule, especially if it's a rule that's not very detailed within the rules that were written by an idiot. Not him. There's another one that wrote the rules and he didn't type it very well. So there's times I had to explain the rules a little better. Regardless, that's who Aaron Ricker is. If you want to see who he is any more than that, you can go to his channel. You'll find out why I said there's more to it. I don't want to be the person that goes out, says it, and then everybody thinks I'm bullying the guy. I'm not. I'm not bullying him. Never have bullied him. I just think he's not a good leader and he's an idiot for relying on other people and trying to kick me out because I said certain things because he couldn't handle doing anything else. He couldn't handle talking to me or anything else. I think he's a wimp, a pussy. That's it. Now, Eric T, the world champion right now. This guy, I don't have too much negative to say about him except for the fact that he was the only person in that league that did not lose to me. And the reason he did not lose to me is because when he won a chance to face me, he quit the company. He left. And the reason he left is because he was, like me, undefeated. He had an undefeated record, and he didn't want to lose it. He saw a match of me and said, nah, I kind of want to keep my undefeated streak. So instead, he just left. He left. He said it was for school and all this other stuff. He left before he lost his winning streak to me. He lost before he lost his winning streak to my friend Ishii, because Ishii was going to fight him before. That was kind of like the story, because I was the bad guy, the villain, but I had a faction. So I was like, okay, if you want to fight me, I'm going to make you fight for your shot. I'm going to make sure you get all warmed up. You're going to face my number 2 guy. So before he fought him, he quit. And now he's world champion because I left. Funny how leagues work, right? Competitive leagues. I don't think he's not bad at the game. At least I don't think he is. I didn't get to face him, unfortunately. But for him to be world champion just shows how bad the rest of them were. Especially since, he never showed up. God dang, that is loud. No commentary again, as usual. Okay.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we're about to see some fireworks in this one. Fireworks would technically be legal here.
Okay, why is this looking very simulation? He let him hit. You better fight back, dude. You are not losing to Aaron. Look at that ugly looking car. Look at him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How long is this one? Because this is the one we're going to watch. 15 minutes? Yeah, we'll watch the whole thing. That's fine. That'll be the end of the stream after that, and then I'll go play something like... I'm not going to play Unite tonight. I wanted to play some wrestling, so I'm going to play that. I'll play Unite tomorrow, but... It was WrestleMania weekend. Like, I want to play some wrestling. If possible. How are you getting green barred by this guy? I thought you were good at the game. You were undefeated, bro. What's happening here?
He was waiting for him to make his move. A counter answered by another counter. Swinging neck breaker connects.
He's getting clapped. How did Aaron even get in this position, dude? He's not good at the game. Well, he's good for what he can handle. Don't get me wrong. If you see how he plays, he's good for what he's good for what he has to do. Like 100%, he is good for what he has to do. But that's the thing. The way he plays the game, he doesn't play with his hands. So he has slower reaction speed, which is why I don't understand how anybody can lose to him. He has very slow reaction speed. Or at least slower than a normal player should. This guy is disrespecting the hell out of me. That's my finisher. I use that to win so many championships in NXF. That guy's disrespecting me like that. Okay. 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 That's fine. You're lucky I'm not in NXF right now, Aaron. Especially if you're world champion right now. When was this posted? 2 days ago? Yeah, you're lucky I'm not there. I'd beat him in 5 minutes. What is this guy doing? Eric T is so dumb. This is embarrassing. How did he get? How was he undefeated? I never got to face him, so I didn't know if he was good or not. I just know that for some reason no one was beating him. I was confused because I was like, how is no one like? It's whatever. Like, if somebody's just winning, they get a shot at me. Cool. Like, they earn their shot. I'm not going to complain about somebody working their ass off to get a match with me. But I'm just confused on how some of these people are going to say you're bias booking, yet you're losing to someone like Eric T who's losing to Aaron. Like, that makes no sense. Like, look at this guy. That's embarrassing. All right, look. Let me explain real quick so you can focus on what I'm saying. Let me explain so it doesn't sound like I'm roasting Aaron and just saying he sucks and you're just like, oh, well, he must suck. Aaron Ricker, if you go to his channel, he has videos. He's not shy to put it out there. He plays with his feet. He has cerebral palsy, so he has to play. He can't use his arms as well, so he has to play with his feet. The reason why I'm saying that he has slower reaction speed than a normal player is because when you watch, he has to maneuver the controller for him to get his feet onto the controller to reverse, to grab, to strike, to move, to run, to do all of that. From the last time I saw him, he has to push down the controller on the floor to press the R2 button. So when I am saying, like, there's no reason why Eric T should be losing, it's because a normal player should not have to put that much work in to have a quicker reaction speed. The fact that Aaron has to put so much more work to do one move than you, and you're still getting beat this badly, to me, is kind of embarrassing. If you're going to go around saying that you're better than everybody. That makes no sense to me. That's all I'm saying. Not trying to roast Aaron. I just think it's crazy how hard he has to do and work on his controller to do moves and have still he has a slower reaction speed than you, and you're still just getting your ass kicked. Makes no sense to me. And I fought Aaron plenty of times, so I know what I'm talking about. That's why I thought this might have been simulation, because there's no reason why he should just win. If you won legit, fair enough, dude. Good job. Proud of you, I guess. But it seems very simulation. Definitely doesn't help that your booker, your boy Smack, is over here booking AI matches, CPU matches in a competitive league instead of facing somebody else. Oh, he didn't know how to throw over the top rope. That's disappointing on you. That's how bad you are, dude. You don't even know how to throw over the top rope. It tells you it's circle, bro. Appreciate. And he went through a flaming table. Damn. Yeah, I have to try to break it down because I don't want anybody misunderstanding what I'm saying or thinking that I'm trying to, like, bully somebody or say anything. Nah, like, I know what I'm talking about. In the world of professional wrestling, basketball, and all these, well, in most basketball, I know what I'm talking about. That's why I try to break things down so everyone can understand. Gaming is something I understand very well. In leagues, I understand very well because I've been doing them since I was also about 15 years old. I've been doing professional wrestling and professional wrestling, gaming, whatever, since 15 years old. So, got experience. I still don't know how this guy is losing this badly. Sheesh. I can tell this league has not been doing well with me and the boys being gone. We joined another league, so we're definitely not coming back to it. We don't like the people in NXF. We honestly hardly ever did. Like, even if I try to give a little respect to Aaron, I honestly dislike the guy. Not because of anything about him besides the fact that he was a pussy and didn't know how to do what he was doing. I don't like people that are massive followers to a mob that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. I do not like people that can't think individually. And that's why I dislike them. Nothing else. Just, I don't like people that can't think for themselves. All there is to it. But Eric should not be losing this. How did you go under? Like, I'm pretty sure his record was like 4 or 5-0. He was like 4-0 or 5-0 before he was supposed to face me. And now I don't know. What are you doing? What is this guy doing? I feel like it's simulation at this point. And he uses that cheap-ass wake-up time. Wow, okay. You're losing and you use a dirty-ass move. Nice.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more. Sure, he's pumping himself up, but he's also giving his opponent a chance to recover. Ooh, saw it coming.
Imagine losing to a guy that plays with his feet.
My goodness, did you hear that shot? Rolling elbow.
If you lose to a guy that's playing with his feet, that means he's that much better than you. Period. That means he's that much better than you are, and you need to like reevaluate, go learn the game a little bit more. Because again, he has to do so much more work than you do just to do what you're doing right now. Wow, he's using my move too? Okay. Okay. The disrespect in NXF is real. I'm wondering if they have a written rule, like everybody used the Kamigoye just to disrespect Jordan Wolf. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Bet y'all won't do it against me. Alright, let's keep watching. How long do we have left? Is the ending coming? The ending's not coming yet. Okay. Ricker KO. Most original moveset ever.
Things are only going to get more chaotic from here. Is that even possible?
This match is looking very simulation. I feel like they book their spots. They're like, hey, we need to have this spot and this spot and this spot. It just seems like that's what they're doing. Yeah, you see how long it took him to set that up? Like he had to get everything right to press that, and you're still losing to him. Like, come on, dude. Call yourself a world champion, bro.
The suspense this crowd is feeling is palpable. They are waiting with bated breath for what's to come next. What a stop to the back of the neck. As their opponent locked in.
Competitive league. This is supposed to be a competitive league. This is why I have an issue with this. Don't care what you say. I just think a competitive league, the world champion should be the best person in the league. The only reason the best person is not the world champion is because he's taking a break or stepping away from the title picture so other people can have a shot. But this is not it.
And he comes crashing down right across his body. I don't think either one of these guys will be the same after that.
This is 2K23, right? Yeah.
Steps to the kidneys.
I miss good competitive leagues. I really do.
Being carried around with ease. Oh, no, 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 no. And that was offense with a hurtful purpose. He's focused on breaking down his opponent's core right now, taking away the center of all movement.
I used to be in a league called UCW, Undisputed Championship Wrestling. There was a website they had that was amazing. I wish I could get a website like that again, because there hasn't been a good league website in years. But it'd have like updates on when you win or lose, so you'd have your updated win-loss record, and I was undefeated, so I'd be like, I was at the end of everything, I was about like 102-0. I was world champion, U.S. champion, intercontinental champion, tag champ. I had to vacate multiple belts because I didn't want to hold all of them. I miss that stuff. I wish there was more leagues like that. Dude, Ishii, tell me how this guy got his, like, he got green barred, dude. This guy got green barred for the longest time until they went to the outside. Green barred by Aaron Ricker. That's ridiculous. How is this guy a world champion? How did he go undefeated? I don't understand. There's no way this guy plays like this and defeats, what was it, 5 different people? Including you. Like, how? If this is how he plays, there's no way. World champion. How the world championship has fallen. Credibility is out the window. Yeah, I guess the Kinshasa was a very dirty move. Oh my god, look how fast that is.
Might be time to think outside the box. Thought he had it. You gotta be kidding me. He's looking completely lost as he finds his footing.
Oh, missed the Kinshasa. He's still using it to this day. They all have the Kamigoye, by the way. Disrespectful as hell.
Down low and down he goes. And this has gotta be it. Somehow, some way, they weathered the storm.
That has to be simulation, right? That had to be simulated, right? Right? That has to be simulation, right? Right? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Is it petty that I want it? No. Screw you. Honestly, dude. How, like, that had to be simulated. That had to be simulated. There's no way that wasn't simulated. You have resiliency. Why didn't you use it? You got low blowed. Okay. Use your resiliency. I don't understand what made you think. Like, that had to be a simulated finish. It had to be like, okay, well, I'll go for a finish. You'll kick out. And then the moment you're able to, just low blow me. That'll be the signal, and I just won't kick out. Yeah, it will be like you cheated to win the championship. Let's just do that. That will be the ending. Cool? Cool. Let's go. That had to be simulated. So this is not a competitive league anymore. It's a simulation league. Because there's no way that should have been the way it was. And it's not just that. Like, the fact that they had three out of the 4 matches I've watched, 3 matches were bot matches. 3 matches were bot matches. No competitive league would do that. There's no way this is not simulated. No way. I'm going to comment on it. No, I'm not. I'll just let him watch this video when it pops up. Because I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. He can watch it there. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Because that was an adventure. That was an adventure. I got to see what NXF has been up to. And I'm really disappointed in them. That was a joke. NXF, you've become a joke. A running meme. That is what you are now. You're not a competitive league. You're not a good simulation league. The league has become a joke. Face it. Your golden days were when me, Ishii, JC, and R King were there. Without us, you're nothing. Without us, you're just a bunch of friends playing games. Which is sad, but I guess we call it there. Haro, appreciate you coming by as well. Thank you. I'm glad someone likes my commentary. I plan on doing more of these. I wish I had a webcam so I could do actual commentary and reactions and stuff like that. But hey, I'll talk over what I can do for now. I'm too broke to afford a webcam anyways. So, until next time, everybody, take care. Come by again. You can see me at JWolfYT. And you can catch me on Twitch, if this is where you're seeing it. JWolfTTV. And if you want to follow me on Twitter to see when I'm streaming, when I'm going live, or if I'm making any plans on doing any collabs and stuff like that, JWolfTTV on Twitter. Otherwise, take care. See you all next time. Peace.